Hey everybody, I'm Chef Tom with allthingsbbq.com, and this is the Parmesan crusted stuffed pork chop. Today we're going to be taking half of a center cut pork loin that we picked up from our friends at Heritage Farm. We're going to break that down into nice thick pork chops, stuff it full of prosciutto, provolone, spinach, and crust it in Parmesan and Italian spices and cook it up on the grill. So let's dive in. So this is half of a center cut pork loin. The other half you can check out our video for the barbecue bacon wrapped pork loin. That was a little bit different. We took all of the fat cap and the silver skin off of there because we're wrapping it in bacon. We didn't need any extra fat. Today I think we're gonna leave it on there. It's gonna add a nice little layer of texture to the outside, and I like that little bit of fat that we'll get. Now this is a big piece of meat. We could probably get, I'm gonna say about 5 monster chops out of that, so that's what we're gonna go for. What we're working with here is probably right around 4 pounds of pork loin that we're dividing into 5 equal portions. And then what we're gonna do once we get these cut into these nice thick chops is we're gonna cut some pockets into them right here in the center to hollow out a space for us to stuff. So I'm gonna try and make an opening maybe about that long, but then hollow out all the way to the edges. So I'm just gonna press flat, I move my tip of my knife to the end, and then we've got this fat cap to kind of control. Just don't go through that fat cap or that silver skin. And now we've hollowed out all of that area in the center to add our provolone, our prosciutto, and our spinach. Small incision, work the knife up to the tip. And then by pressing down on the top, you can actually feel where the knife is and where you are in relation to the edge of the chop. Now we're going for kind of an Italian flavor profile on our pork chops. And to kick that off, we're going to use a little bit of marinade. And this is the Smoke on Wheels barbecue marinade. But the main flavors that you're getting out of it are going to be garlic and lemon, and then it's got olive oil. So it's perfect for what we're trying to do. We'll go with a little bit around the sides. We'll want to make sure to get some in the openings. So we start to marinate this, not only from the outside, but also from the inside. It's gonna work great with the stuffing that we're gonna be using, as well as that Italian seasoning on the outside. And these only need about 30 minutes in that marinade, so set those aside. In the meantime, I'm gonna put together a little gremolata for topping off the pork chops. So for the gremolata, 3 very simple ingredients. We've got some Italian parsley, some lemons, which we're gonna take the zest off of, and a big old honking clove of garlic. So I'm just gonna use the finer side of the box grater to break down our garlic, as well as to take off the zest from the lemons. And we're just looking to take the yellow part off of the surface because it's got great aroma. I mean, it's like literally exploding into your nostrils right now, the smell of lemon. Trying to stay away from the white stuff in the center, that pith. We just want the zest from the surface. Just gonna run my knife through here real quick. And then we'll go to breaking down some parsley. So for the parsley, we want to chop this down, mince it down super fine, and we're looking for about a cup. Now this is going to be a very fresh element to finish off the dish. These 3 ingredients just sprinkled over the top, really bright, herbaceous. You got the citrus, and then of course that potent garlic. So we'll just bring them all together here, mix that up, work it in, and set that aside. Now let's go ahead and put together the stuffing for the pork chops. So we're going to start with slices of provolone cheese. And we're going to lay on top of those our prosciutto. So we're starting to build some layers of fatty and salty. Now this is going to be stuffed into the center along with our spinach leaves. So I'm just going to throw a little bit of baby spinach right here in the center, fold that over, and that's going to go inside the pork chop. So we've got the cheese that's coming into contact with the pork so that it gets heated up first and melts. So now we're going to mix up our Parmesan topping that's going to go on the outside. We're going to crust that to the surface of the pork loin. So we've got 3 parts of super fine ground Parmesan, and we're adding 1 part Cattleman's Italiano. We mix that around, and we are ready to stuff these chops. So we're going to pull these out of the marinade, just kind of wipe off the excess as it comes out of there. You can see how it's already started to work on the surface there. The surface of the pork is changing color, and that's fine. There's a lot of flavor in this marinade, so we're not going to rinse these off. We're just going to use it as a binder from here on out. So now I'm just going to take each one of my little bundles. We're going to slip that into that opening that we made. And remember, this is all going to melt down, so it's fine if it starts falling apart on you. Just want to get it in there. Beautiful. So just going to make sure that the surface has a little bit of that marinade on it, something for our Parmesan and Italiano to stick to. And then we'll come right over the top with that, press it in. About a tablespoon per side should work out pretty well. Awesome. All right, these smell incredible already, and we haven't even started to melt that provolone, which is when it really comes alive. But good aromas lead to good things. Let's get these on the grill. Today we're cooking on the Yoder Smoker's YS640S pellet grill. We're running at 425 degrees with the Yoder Smoker's cast iron griddle in place to get maximum sear on that Parmesan on the outside. Just gonna hit the surface with a little bit of duck fat spray, keep anything from sticking. And for the first portion of this cook, we just want to get that perfect flat contact so we get the caramelization on the outside. That Parmesan's just going to brown up. We're going to be cooking with the door closed today because we need to bring that internal temperature up to 140. And it's really difficult to do that when we've got a piece of meat that's this thick, right? Well, not really difficult. We're going to make it easier. We're going to get the sear on the outside first, all the color we need, and then we can always move indirect, the opposite side of the grill, away from the griddle so that we don't continue to darken the surface. All right, so we're getting a really nice crust on the bottom here. Check that out. Beautiful. To get these flipped, repeat the same thing on the other side before moving these to the indirect side of the grill to finish cooking. All right, these are crusting up really nice, so before we move them, I want to stand them up on that fat side just to kind of get some color over there on the fat. Looking really good down there, seared up the fat. And we've just got about 5 degrees to go on most of these, so we're just gonna move them off of the griddle at this point and let them finish up. All right, we're hitting 140 on pretty much all of these now, so we're gonna pull them off the grill. I'm just gonna leave them standing up for now because all of that filling is just ready to ooze out. All right, we've given these about 5 minutes just to rest a little bit. Let's slice into the middle and see how they look. Oh yeah, ooey gooey. Check out all the juice in there. Perfectly cooked, smells amazing. Oh man. So cheesy, garlicky, you know, just a little bit of this green stuff on top to really kick up the citrus. It explodes with that gremolata. And look at the center of that. Just that juice oozing out. I can't waste it. I can't. I'll show you guys, but it's too good to waste. This meal is so easy to prepare, and really you could get this done on any night of the week. Maybe eaten in style. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out allthingsbbq.com for all the products featured in today's recipe. If you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments, or there's anything you'd like to see me cook, let me know in the comment section down below, and let's be good to one another. For more recipes, tips, and techniques, head over to allthingsbbq.com/thesauce. All Things Barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.